Well, hello and thanks for watching. My name is Cindy Hazel Geets, and I've been a participant in the Community Service Roundtable discussion groups that have been hosted over the past several months by Town Councillor Patricia Simone. Through these groups, we've seen great unity in the leadership of the various service organizations, nonprofits, community groups, sports organizations, and churches. And so we'd like to highlight those leaders just to give them a forum to get their needs out there into the community. And this morning I have the privilege of introducing Mark Renault. He's president of Amherstburg Minor Hockey Association. So Mark, thanks for taking time to speak with us today.
No, thank you for asking.
You're welcome. So I'd like to just begin by asking you to give us a brief description of the services and things that you offer through Minor Hockey Association and the demographic that you serve.
Okay, our program is dedicated to teaching hockey skills and team play. We have children as young as 4. I mean, for this season we have 25 signed up at that age group, up to the age of 21. We offer a travel program, which basically goes to arenas across municipality of Essex County. But COVID has changed that this year. I mean, we'll talk a little bit about that later on. And we have a house league program that basically this season plays just in Amherstburg. I mean, again, that's been changed since COVID. Right now, our registration is around 390, and we were last year we were about 525, so it has affected us. So, I mean, this week, October 5th, was our first week back of hockey for this season. So we're looking forward to a successful fall and see what the new year brings for us.
Well, I'm sure your players and their parents are really excited to actually be able to participate in something. We've been locked down for so long, and I think it's a real benefit, not only physically, but emotionally as well, that you can offer this now.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, I was out there last couple nights because we're just getting started this week, and we have to do maybe a little background on COVID, how that has affected us. The Ministry of Health and OHF, Ontario Hockey Federation, is basically our governing body, in OMHA. Came down with rules. Basically, they said there'd be no contact hockey. I mean, normally hockey is played 5 against 5. This season it'll be 4 against 4. With teams of 10, which normally we would have on a team of 18. Right. So it's basically shinny hockey, as they call it. It's if, for example, if the puck goes into the corner and the play doesn't break up, the ref blows the whistle and the opposing team skates away from the puck and lets. So it'll be a lot more exciting, I think, for the kids once they get used to the rules.
Yeah, sounds great. So you can't take as many players. That's the impact, right? You probably. Well,
yeah, like our teams are smaller, so I mean we've had to create divisions of like 40, because that's just like 4 teams of 10. So I mean, we haven't maxed out at any divisions this year, which is, normally we would, because normally we would have 60.
So people can still contact you and still get their children in the sport. That's great. So in these challenging days of COVID-19, you've talked about some of the restrictions and the impact on your volunteers. What are you most grateful for?
Well, our volunteers are our coaches, trainers, and our executive board. They've spent a lot of hours over the last about 6-8 weeks getting the return to play protocol, because we had to design our return to play. We had to show OMHA rep that we had a plan on how we were going to deal with it. For example, everybody has to come to the arena with a mask on, even the players. When they enter the arena, they're checked in. Parents are checked in to make sure that they follow the COVID protocol test questionnaire. And then the tracking is checked off that they're in attendance. The arena has dedicated spots where to keep the social distancing. For example, for the younger kids, they set up where that need skate tying. They set up areas where they chairs that are disinfected after each use for parents to tie their chairs, so they're not going into the locker room to do it. So which keeps social distancing proper.
Right. Wow. There is a lot of administration, a lot of cleaning protocols that you're not used to. So it's fantastic that you're able to meet all of those requirements. But having said that, what are your needs right now currently, and how can people help you with some of those additional responsibilities?
I mean, if somebody is looking to volunteer, I mean, they could email me, which is on our website. We're always looking for volunteers.
Yeah.
We got a good parent group of, hockey parents are great. We've asked for volunteers because basically we have to have somebody at the door every time we have a session to make sure that X person comes through is checked in properly.
Yeah.
And we could always use volunteers for that if someone's interested. We're probably going to open it up to upper level high school kids, like the little bit older one, 11, 12 grades.
And they can get their community service hours as well.
Yeah, because we have some at the younger groups. We have some, high school kids hockey players that come down and play for the younger kids. So
wonderful. So finally, what are you most looking forward to in the coming year?
Back to normal.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing, like I say, AMHA it wants to offer a program for kids. We're going to be very strict on the rules. The return to play protocol, like the health rules. We're not going to allow the naysayers, I guess. I mean, which we haven't seen any yet, to jeopardize our program.
Right.
We understand, that we need to be safe, but we need to be responsible. Parents and kids each need to be responsible to what they're doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mark, thank you so much for joining us today and just giving us a glimpse of what's going on in Amherstburg minor hockey. And on a personal note, like I have a couple neighbors on my street here on Texas Road that are actively participant in your program, and they're so excited to be back. So let that be an encouragement to you and your team. And just thank you so much for all the additional work that you're doing. We realize you're all volunteers and the responsibility is quite great now. So thank you for that. And friends that are watching, if you would like to assist with any of the responsibilities that Mark's outlined, or if you just want more information, or if you'd like to enroll your child in a hockey program, please be in touch with Mark. The contact information follows this video and you can get him there. So Mark, in closing, any final words?
Oh, good. My animals have been barking.
That's okay. Any final?
No, I just, I welcome everybody back to minor hockey this season. We hope things by the beginning of the year somewhat go back to a little bit more normal, but we'll deal with that come December when we get can you hear them barking?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, we just hope come the new year things are back to normal. But I mean, again, that's all guided by Ontario Hockey Federation, and the local health ministry tells us what our obligations are.
Yeah. Well, we'll keep checking your website, and thanks again for the great work you're doing in the community. You have a great day, Mark.
All right, you too.
Thank you.